Welcome to Africa. Niggas with attitude straight out of Africa. Diamonds be coming from Africa. Drip on my wrist be from Africa. Welcome to Africa. Welcome to Africa. Welcome to Africa. You probably could make it anywhere. I bet you would make it in Africa. Niggas be ballin' in Africa. Money too long when it's CFA. Algerians, Moroccans, Somalis. Fuck what they say, we are family. Trying to come out of this poverty. For the money they know not to.
Hello YouTube. Assalamu alaikum. I hope everybody's doing good and deaf. I've saw that a lot of my that people that have subscribed so far have been suggesting, that they want me to experiment a little bit of Wolof, a little bit of French, because there's a lot of, as you know, Senegalese people that might and that already have subscribed to my channel. So I'm aware of that, and I will be, putting in some Wolof, putting in some French, and I hope, my American friends also understand that as well. But I will try to blend it up into a point where all of you will be able to try to get the message that we're trying to send out there, or the fun, or the, whatever we're doing, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, anybody that subscribed won't regret it, because there's big stuff coming up. And when I say big stuff, you might have to wait until it arrives in order to know how big that is going to be. Because I'm talking something you might not have never saw yet, or you've never seen yet on YouTube, big stuff. So just stay tuned, subscribe, like the videos, please. After watching, please like it, just hit that button. Yeah, s'il vous plaît, aimez les vidéos, s'il vous plaît. Aimez les vidéos, il faut abonner, il faut aimer les vidéos. C'est tout à fait normal que vous voyez mes vidéos, mais après, s'il vous plaît, abonnez et aimez, s'il vous plaît. Parce que cela nous encourage, en fait. Cela nous encourage, nous, en tant que tel, mais aussi, ça attire les gens aussi, qu'ils peuvent savoir que c'est une chaîne de qualité qui présente c'est-à-dire des informations ou des contenus qui est valable et qui vaut la peine de regarder, en fait. C'est ça, en fait. So, as I said, today, this video, I was gonna do my own video, but like I said, this is not all about me, and I mean it. And when I say that, I mean it by purpose. So I ran into a fellow African brother that is a big YouTuber, known. He's had his channel for almost I think a couple of years now. He lived in China during his part of his education, from what I know from his channel, of course, and he just made a video about George Floyd that I feel like I couldn't do any better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to react to that video. I'm going to react to that video, and I want y'all to see. I'm sorry. I just said y'all see. I combine English and French. I'm sorry. I told you I get jammed, but I want y'all also to react to that in the comments and tell me what you think, because actually speaking, I tried to sleep, but at a certain moment I wasn't able to. Yeah, that's how bad this thing had got to me. Not to neglect the ones that have passed, like the other shootings and everything else, and harassments, and every day, seeing that every single day in every place of work, or the street, or the stores, or anything, just harassing African Americans for absolutely no reason. And I don't want to get into the explanations, because if I do, I'm going to be doing my own video, as I'm trying to avoid. So like I said, this is not all about me. I believe that this brother did a very good job. So I think y'all will, like, share with me share my opinion with me, that I just want to react to it. And obviously we're going to put out our point of view out there, and we are listening to yours, because it's too much. Maintenant, nous avions l'intention de faire notre propre vidéo sur l'affaire de George Floyd, mais comme je l'avais dit dans ma vidéo passée, je dis que là, cette chaîne ne me concerne moi seul. C'est-à-dire, c'est quelque chose que je voulais partager avec vous. C'est-à-dire, je ressens des choses que je voulais partager avec vous, alors que ça vous appartient aussi. C'est-à-dire, la chaîne nous appartient. Je ne suis pas la seule possesseur, en fait. Maintenant, je ne le considère pas comme ça. Mais, raison pour laquelle nous avions, comme je l'avais dit, nous avions l'intention de faire notre propre vidéo, mais on a tombé sur une vidéo faite par un frère ghanéen, du moins, et on a décidé de réactionner par rapport à sa vidéo. Maintenant, je vais faire mon mieux, et je voulais vous aussi que vous m'envoyez vos réactions dans les commentaires, s'il vous plaît. Mes français ne sont pas à la niveau, en fait, parce que ici on n'exprime pas en français, alors que je suis en train de le perdre, mais je pense que je peux me débrouiller de telle sorte que vous me comprenez. Merci beaucoup. So we're gonna pass on and try to look at this video. I don't know what to say. Like, let's just look at this video. And this brother, his name is Wode Maya. So he's a Ghanaian brother, and just listen to what he has to say. So this is the video. The name of the video is Die in America or Move to Africa. We're gonna look at what he has to say. Let's see.
This is not the kind of videos that I do, but in this situation I feel like I cannot keep quiet. I cannot keep quiet to see such an inhumane act going on in the United States of America. Someone might say that you're not an American, so you cannot talk about America's problem.
And you can see.
Let me tell you something. The brother who just died looks like me. The brother who just died could be my uncle, my father, my grandfather. So nothing will stop me from speaking. I have a message to all the diaspora, because I feel like I cannot keep this within me. Those who have ears should listen to me, because I feel like when at all is this going to stop? This is what I call the black genocide. I mean, it's not the first time you are hearing that a policeman has shot a black person. This is not the first, and I feel like this is not going to stop anytime soon. I mean, what happened to George is really disturbing. Like, I cannot share this video with you guys. Like, I don't think this can be on my YouTube channel, because I couldn't watch the video myself. To see a fellow black man saying that I cannot breathe, and this gentleman doesn't even care. Why am I even calling him a gentleman? This devil doesn't even care. With a knee on someone's neck. Like, sometimes I even don't understand. Do we have human beings on this earth at all? Like, I just don't get it. We need justice for George. But apart from that, I want to tell my fellow brothers and sisters, especially African Americans, that you've got a choice. I mean, you've been shouting Black Lives Matter, but these people are not listening. This is why I've been saying that the Africans in the diaspora has been in pandemic for 400 years. I mean, like when I hear people saying that, oh, coronavirus, lockdown, I laugh. Because my fellow brothers and sisters living in America or living in the Caribbean, wherever you are in the diaspora, you have been in a pandemic for 400 years. And you know who the virus is? The virus is the oppressor. When you go to the park to even play, the virus will be there to call the police that these people don't want to be on a lockdown. Come and arrest them. If you are doing your small gathering barbecue, the virus will come and start calling the police that these people refuse to be on a lockdown. The virus that you guys have been going through for the past 400 years is the oppressor. And I just want to come in here and tell you that, my brothers and sisters, there is another option. I mean, most of you think that Africans hate you. No.
Telling you about the love.
Exactly.
Didn't I tell you that they love me?
They love
Do you
you so
love
much.
me?
We love you.
See here is a English. She's an English African, born in England. That her mother's Jamaican, and she just decided she had enough, and she just came home to Gambia. Gambia is a West African country that is in. They say it's in the mouth of Senegal. It's because Senegal eats it like a mouth, like on the map. If you see how it is, and it shouldn't have been two countries, but you know. What about colonization? Everybody's aware of that, I think. So due to colonization, they are two countries, Senegal and Gambia. Which is funny because there are certain places in Senegal you cannot go there, instead of you go through Gambia. But that's a whole nother subject. So yeah, let's just continue.
Do you love me?
Yeah,
I love you. You see? I told you.
Everyone. So you came to see her?
Yes, it's
Wow.
my one and only one.
One and only.
Best in the West.
I love
You
you
so much and age and the family.
The family.
Yes,
This
they
is
are my,
amazing.
yeah,
You
they
see?
are my family
So,
also.
which means they've been lying to them for so long.
You see?
Listen.
Yes, you see?
Lying. What did you say? Lying for what?
So long.
You
Lying for so long.
Everyone loved you.
This break between Caribbeans, British, Americans, and Africans, it doesn't exist.
You see?
It doesn't exist. It's only perpetrated when you're in the West. Why? Because you've got no time to make friends. All you do is work. You've got no time to actually make connection with people. Here you sit down, you talk, you connect. You've got time. You've got a life. This is what you have here, is a life. You have a social life.
Jenny, you know what? I'm calling you Jenny, Juliet. Sorry. Tell them something. Tell them something. You know, there are a lot of let's talk about the whole black diaspora who are looking forward to move back to the continent, or those of them who don't want to move to the continent at all. The final message for them.
My final message is come for a visit. Come and see for yourself. It's like the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Come and eat this pudding. Come and eat African pudding. Eat fufu. Yeah? Eat egg bay. Come and eat good food.
Yeah. Say something.
Come on, Sage.
You have to say something.
Come on, tell people to come.
To all the viewers, you know, and let them know that here in Gambia you live a free life.
Yes.
You know, we're free. We have friends come around. You know, here this is the life.
Yes.
You know, this is the life, and this is the life that I want people to come back
Yes.
and see, experience it. You know, you could live in a compound like this for a lot less than you could live in a one-bedroom flat in England.
See?
You know, and here you're free. Like now, I could walk anywhere. I don't have to worry about nothing. So yeah,
Safe.
I want the people in the diaspora to come home. Come back home to Africa, visit
Right,
it.
that's right.
You know, don't listen to the negative press.
No.
Because that's all they're doing. It's trying to stop you from come back here. Yeah, up until today, presently, Africa is the most resourceful continent in the whole world.
Yeah.
We don't hate you. Let's do away with that narrative and come together as one and support each other, help build each other. Because Marcus Garvey said that Africa is for Africans, both Africans at home and Africans abroad. And remember that there's an African proverb which says that home is not where you live, but home is where you belong. Come back home. Imagine if all black celebrities around the world come together and say that let's put our world together and go build our motherland. Let's build Africa together. I mean, my name is Wode Maya. If you don't know me, my name is Wode Maya, an African vlogger who travels around Africa to promote Africa in a positive light. If you want that peaceful life, if you want that quality of life, if you want that life that you can go out anytime to party without a virus coming to tell you that go and stay in your room, Africa is calling.
This young lady is an African American that moved back to Liberia. And you can see for yourself, Liberia is considered number 3 on the top, the most poor countries in the world. Like number 3. And you can see the potential it has. So what they're hiding from you, you should see, like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't want this to be emotional, like I said. This is an emotional situation that we're going through. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, it's more than that. It's more than that. This is for your own good. Like, look, you don't have to pay mortgage. There's, like, we will get into that.
We can build Africa together and live in harmony. I've traveled and I've seen my fellow African brothers and sisters from the diaspora living their best of life on the continent. Africa is not perfect. I'm not saying that this place is perfect. But together, we can make Africa the perfect place to be. And during my journeys in Africa, I've discovered the beauty. Even the people who are telling you not to visit the continent are here. So what is keeping you from visiting, living, investing, eating? What do you want to do? Swimming in the continent? Like, I get sad. Like, you know, it's not like I don't care. Like, I get so sad to see my fellow brothers going through this kind of racism in the United States or racism in the diaspora, because I have lived in China. I lived in China for 6 years. I mean, when you live in the diaspora, you feel so comfortable. I mean, I live my best life in China, but at some point in time, they remind you that this place is not your home. This is a message coming from my heart. No script attached. I just want to talk to my fellow brothers and sisters. Come back home. I know some of you might ask that when I come back home, which African country? No, just visit. And when you feel comfortable and you want to move, you can move. Like, whatever that is happening, I feel like America is not for black people. Because this keeps on happening and happening and happening. It keeps on happening. Like, it's not the first one. on behalf of all Africans living in Africa, our deepest condolence to the family of George. We sympathize with you. Stay strong. I mean, we've been through a lot. 400 years of slavery. They tried to beat us. They hate on us. But there's one thing they can never do to us: to break us. I just want to urge and encourage all
A Leaf Bee, a fun and enjoyable journey.
Africans around the globe. Unite as one. Love one another. Stop the self-hate. And let's go build our motherland together. Divided we fall, together we stand. Pamoja milele.
Go check his channel out. As we both saw, I couldn't do a better job. I think we agree on that. So only thing I'm gonna do is like kind of express how I'm feeling and my thoughts and the highlights that I took from it, and let me know yours, please. It will help me a lot. It will help me a lot. Like I said, I'm here to learn as well. So my highlights that I want to make clear is that the fact he thought a lot of people might think that this is none of our business as Africans, which is false. That's clear. He made a clear point. That could have been me. Anybody that's in Senegal and say, okay, I'm not in the United States, that could have been your uncle that is here. He's in even more exposure, because usually African immigrants, they sell outside. They have a lot of jobs that put them to a higher risk of exposure. And I was saying this in Wolof, that if you think that you could get away, like when an outrage starts at the end of the world, it is a very good person named Serigne Fallou, we'll get into that after, that said, if you hear a bad thing happening at the end of the world, you must pray so that it stops, because if it doesn't, it will continue and it will arrive at your doorstep. So it's just complicated in general, I would say, just complicated in general. So what I would like to highlight as well is like the gentleman that was speaking, which is the husband of the lady that moved from England to Gambia. He made a statement that a lot of people don't keep in mind. Up until now, Africa is the most resourceful continent on the face of Earth. And like Wode Maya said, the people that usually make sure you do not go there, they do not leave there. They never left us alone. First it was slavery, what brought our brothers and sisters here. Then they came back for colonization. Now it's what they call neo-colonization, which is economic colonization in Africa. They economically colonize black people here in the United States, and they economically colonize us back in Africa. And the biggest solution, or the best solution to that problem, is the unification of all black people. And that's not a big deal. I'm not for violence. I'm totally non-violent. I'm unviolent at all. But the problem is, why do all Arabs have a League of Arabs? All the European Union has a European Union. Like, for an example, here you would hear people promote saying today, say, yes, this is the day that we celebrate that the fact that we are Irish. That's totally fine. How come we cannot celebrate our African? Like the fact that we're African, how come we can't come together? I'm not going to go any further into that because that's a very dangerous issue, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, but today is not just the day. But what I have to say is, you can see he made clear that the people that promote that, the fact they don't want you going to Africa, making sure you think that Africa's not good, it's full of diseases, it's this and that, it's this and this and that. They are making sure that they go there, and they have been coming there. That is the result. You are the living result of their presence in Africa. Because they brought you here. We didn't swim here. So, and I could give a very good example from experience. When you go to a region named Mour in Senegal, it is highly populated on the coast. White people are buying the land and moving there themselves. Everybody wants to be on the beach, but it happens to happen that we have the, like, you know, we got the good spots. We got the resources. We got the climate. And we will get into all of that. But I just want to make as least comments as possible, because how I'm feeling right now. Yeah. This is not the best feeling I ever had. So I don't want to get into like a lot of details, but you heard what he said, and I believe, like I said, I couldn't do a better job. And hopefully y'all will rewatch it, and hopefully you will hit the like button and continue subscribing, because we're just, like I said, we're going to keep going, and we're going to hit the top, inshallah. And I really encourage you to watch this channel, because it's just about gaining more knowledge. That's all this is. We should know more about ourselves. Other people should know more about us in order for them to respect us. And the truth is something that everybody should have access to. So I'm just going to tell you guys, you know, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button. Go crazy on it if you feel like it, you know. This is what I'm feeling right now. I don't know. I'm confused.
Welcome to Africa. Niggas with attitude straight out of Africa. Diamonds be coming from Africa. Drip on my wrist be from Africa. Welcome to Africa. Welcome to Africa. Welcome to Africa. You probably could make it anywhere. I bet you would make it in Africa. Niggas be ballin' in Africa. Money too long when it's CFA. Algerians, Moroccans, Somalis. Fuck what they say, we are family. Tryna come out of this poverty. For the money they know not to